world. Hard facts, where the truth always prevails.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Let's talk. There's a reason why over 1 million people tune into Hard Facts every day. We discuss in-depth stories with sources behind the facts.
The Lagos State High Court
sitting in
suspended the Chicago certificate story is never going away, is it? Show with stories for the day.
You hear diverse voices and opinions.
And she was meeting her friend with her husband, knowing that.
We should not put happy because there is nothing to happy about.
Yeah, it's quite pathetic the way the country is going.
We distinguish each story accurately with analysis.
It's Hard Facts with Marianne Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Six minutes gone past the 3 o'clock hour, welcoming you to Hard Facts. This is the nation's number one talk news and sports radio station. I'm Mary Ann Okon, welcoming you to the show today. We're starting off with the big three stories for today, but are they three? Because it seems like a lot has happened between yesterday and today, and I can't just talk about three things, so come on. Well, this will be your most authentic news experience. You can take that to the bank because this is the best station when it comes to talk news and sports. Welcome to the show, Lagos.
Millions of listeners trust us on Hard Facts. Whether it's politics, social issues, controversies, and trending stories. You know we're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts with Marianne Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get into it. Let's get into the big stories for today. Did I tell you my name? My name is Mary Ann Okon, welcoming you to Hard Facts. From now till 6 p.m., it's going to be nothing but facts and, of course, allowing you also to be part of the conversation as we make sense of all of the stories that we bring to you today. All right. Our first story, my goodness, it's a very interesting day today, I must tell you. Beta Edu. Nah, you're not surprised, are you? Deal with the cartel members replacing cabal. Dume tells Tinubu. Yes, Beta Edu. Deal with the cartel members replacing the cabal. Dume tells Tinubu. Who exactly is Ndume referring to as cartel members? I mean, because you do know what a cartel is. Yeah, and he's saying that these people are replacing the cabal. Who's the cabal? Senator Ndume, would you mind telling us? All right, well, let's move away from that. I'll give you some background as we go. After encounter with Nigerian immigrations, U.S. professor robbed, then extorted by police officers. Here we go again. Do we have their names? All right. And then River State refused to stay off the news. We can't butt it off the news because you see, Beta Edu came to top the rankings for whatever stories are making headlines and trending on social media. Well, River State had to find its way back into that stream and it's number 2. Well, yeah, because Wike and Fubara are back in the news. Well, River State crisis, court to deliver judgment on suit against Fubara, National Assembly and others. The Federal High Court in Abuja on Monday fixed January 22 for judgment in a suit filed by the Rivers State House of Assembly Speaker Martin Mahule against Governor Similaye Fubara and the National Assembly, including other people. The judge, James Omotosho, adjourned the matter for the judgment after counsel for the parties presented their arguments for and against the case. Apart from that, let me tell you why Rivers State is still trending in the news. A video emerged of a gentleman who is in charge of the youths in River State, who's making a claim that they wrote results for the elections, the governorship elections, in River State. But the big question is, a question that my good friend Kofi Bartels asked is that, would he be able to stand by that claim if it comes down to it and we decide that, you know what, INEC, everybody, Supreme Court, Appeal Court, everybody, can we investigate? Is it going to stand by? But take a listen, guys.
So now pay back. Make I tell her nothing they happen. You don't fear anybody. If Martin Zande will say win, that's what you can tell her. The election, I would like the result. Because Labour Party win all the rest, you don't get ginger. You don't win the election. So everybody that is here, that will have a governor that loves people, that loves our people. We'll have a governor that has human face. You know the person will go use you, dump you.
Well, that's a claim made in River State. In fact, I'd like to say, for those of you who didn't hear it very well, I'd like to quote him directly on what he had to say. And in case you do not know who the gentleman is, he's the chairman of National Youth Council of Nigeria, River State chapter, Ihunwa Chijioke. Now, he said that it is the turn of Sim Fubara to be governor, and he will be governor for 8 years. But he also stated that they wrote results that Labour Party actually won the elections in River State, but they wrote the results because Labour Party does not have ginger, in his own words. Well, that's part of the big stories for today. Let's move away from that. Still talking about scandals. 534 million naira scandal. Beta Edu blocked from Tinubu after suspension. Yes. These are some of the big stories for today. I want to take your thoughts and your comments. First story, Beta Edu deal with the cartel members replacing Cabal. Ndume tells Tinubu. Rivers crisis, court to deliver judgment on suit against Fubara. And, of course, National Youth Council chairman for River State is saying that they wrote results. Labour Party have obviously won the elections, but they wrote the results because Labour Party does not have ginger. And then, of course, Beta Edu again in the news, blocked from President Tinubu. And just so you know, Beta Edu is reporting herself to the EFCC today for grilling. She's going to be grilled as long as possible to get all the information. But the question again is, as you all have been asking, what's going to come out of this? Is she going to be the fall guy? And if this has happened under her watch, it means it's been happening. Someone has to be, more and more people have to be questioned. Don't forget also, part of this whole conversation is the Interior Minister, whom we love and we appreciate. But then he was asked about a company that he owned and started that's also part of this imbroglio, this whole 534 million naira scandal. And he said, well, he started the company, but he stepped aside and then he went into active politics. He's not involved in the day-to-day runnings. Does it in any way make you believe that this absolves him? I mean, again, it can be that, it's a slippery slope or, a banana peel that has been kept somewhere for him. But I'd like to hear your thoughts. And these are the big stories for today, Lagos. In case you're just joining us, the program is Hard Facts. My name is Mary Okon. Let's talk. 0700 993 993 993. Did I tell you TB Joshua is also in the news? Is one of our big stories. Have you watched that BBC interview? It's about rape. It's about torture and all kinds of scandal. It's been a week of scandals, a weekend of scandal into a week of more and more scandals and more people singing like canaries. I'd like to hear your thoughts. 0700 993 993 993. If you're listening and watching us from outside of the country, you too can be part of the conversation. Join the conversation by sending us, calling us via Skype. We're Nigeria Info FM on Skype. And we're also live, YouTube, and on Facebook, /Nigeria Info FM 99.3. We're live. Let's talk. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, Mommy.
Hello.
How are you now?
Who's your mommy?
Come. You know what? Answer me in the afternoon, be this, so.
Who's your mommy? You're calling the wrong place. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello. Good afternoon, Sister Marian.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Peter Usifo. I'm calling from Abaroje in Ekoso.
All right, go ahead, Peter.
Yeah, I want to comment on Senator Ndume's advice to Tinubu.
Okay.
To me, that advice is commendable. Very good. We should deal with the cartel or the cabal. We know that actually the humanitarian affairs minister, that is Beta Edu, has just been suspended. I believe in that investigation, if it is thoroughly looked into by EFCC, a can of worms will be opened. And I only pray that the best will be done. If she's finally indicted, she should go to court and prove her case. Not that they will sweep everything under the carpet. So it will not look as if Tinubu, as if Tinubu is just playing to the gallery.
Okay.
As many Nigerians will just say, those who are not supporting the government is doing the right thing. Then on the youth comments on...
I'm so sorry, you have 60 seconds and you spent it. I'm sorry, you spent your 60 seconds. We have to take other calls. I'm so sorry. 60 seconds is the time that you have. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
This is Mr. Frank.
Mr. Frank, go ahead, please.
Yes. You see, this Edu matter. Is it because the money is 500 and something million? Is it why they are dragging her? Assuming that this money entered like billion, do you think that you could have heard this matter anyway?
What do you mean?
Now, what I mean is because Buhari have all the whole trillions a pack. They never drag him. We need those money that Buhari packed. And they just discovered that Godwin Emefiele opened 594 new accounts, foreign accounts. Each one have over $230 million. Where is, and since when they read this matter since last week or last 2 weeks, we never hear anything. It's just 530 million we have been hearing since weekend. 530 million. What of those billions? Those men, Godwin Emefiele and the Buhari them. Go after them. Hammering this lady.
Okay. All right.
So that we will know that you are capable.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for calling. I appreciate it. Malik is calling us from our papa. Hello, Malik.
Mary with that Anne. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Turn off your radio, please.
I've turned it. I'm driving. You have loaded.
Okay.
Mary Ann, in a society where that criminals are not being penalized, when you're a big criminal, do you think it will stop? It will never stop. You heard what that guy said from River State, that they only rigged the election and nothing happened. That they changed the figures, nothing happened. Now you're going after the minister. The person that the money was lodged into their accounts, what happened to that person? He's not a ghost worker. Is it not so? At the end of the day, nothing will happen. It's Nigeria now. I think there's another episode coming up very soon. Another crime will come and cover this crime. We all move on like we normally do. Marianne,
yeah.
I said we'll not see something. 2024 will be very difficult. It will be very difficult at 2023. It's not about let's pray to God, let's see. The worst is yet to come. Thank you.
Okay, Malik. Pastor Ladipo is calling us from Orile Igomu. Let's go.
Good afternoon, Marianne.
Pastor Ladipo, we know who you are. Yeah, go ahead.
Pastor Ladipo calling from Orile Igomu.
Hey, God, do.
Marianne, you know why I'm laughing? She said with your mommy.
Who is his mommy, Jerry? Baby girl like me, wanna make me hold. I don't like it.
With your mommy, I beg, come on.
Go ahead, Pastor Ladipo.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Now, my take is on this Edu gate. You know, one funny thing with us, it has become a norm. I give this Edu gate another 2 weeks. It will fade away.
What do you mean you fade away?
I will tell you why. I'll tell you what I mean when I said it will fade away. There will be another bigger one. So focus will shift. What happened to the accountant general? Do you remember 100 billion? Have we not moved on? That man is enjoying.
Also, the guy in River State who's the governor now also was wanted by the EFCC as the accountant general.
You know the funniest thing? You know the funny thing? They have turned this whole thing into a theater of drama. It's like a competition of looting. So they will not give it a name. Do you know the name they give it? They give it allegation. So once it is called allegation, they say the case they are investigating. That is the end. The word they are using is allegation. Allegation. That is the most annoying word. You will see people who have committed fraud, they will say it's allegation. And that is how we will remain. They say you should not say anything until court convict them. But these people are made in a way. They have different medium of taking this money away. Go and check. Some of them do book launch. Go and look for that book on the bookshelf. You won't find it. And you will see people will come and say, I donate 100 million.
All right, Pastor
I donate
Ladipo,
50 million.
thank you very much for calling. We appreciate it. I'll take one quick call from Chika and then we'll move to WhatsApp. Chika is calling us from Amodofin. Hello, Chika.
Hi, good afternoon, Maria.
Good afternoon. Such a calm, nice voice. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Great.
Happy New Year.
Same to you.
Well, for me, let me stick to what Senator Lindu, what he said to Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Yeah.
For me, this Edu Gate, as far as I'm concerned, I think they actually just want to use this to cover up the risk of towns. And what they said they want to
And what could be the real substance here? I'm really curious to know about it.
The risk of towns is that the former minister, how much has she been accused of embezzling? Why is it that is not actually making the headline? Why is 585 million naira making the headline? The last caller made mention of Idris Ahmed, 100 and something billion. Why is it not making the headline? Why are we not talking about NNPC? Why are we not talking about CBN, MPA, NIMASA, and the list goes on? Why are we shouting on top this 585 million as if that is the only financial crime that we're actually witnessing in this government? There are actually many more. But the thing is that maybe they just want to sacrifice this woman on the altar of fighting corruption. As far as I'm concerned, the real deal has to be the NNPC. Why is it that Melekari, why have they failed to...
Where's Professor Ponde, by the way?
Where is Professor Ponde? Every day by day, Nigeria is still losing about 600,000 barrels of crude oil. Who are the criminals taking this crude oil every day? Multiply $600 by the price of crude oil in the international market today. As far as I'm concerned, all these are just melodrama and theater. Until we go after the race of times, we only but chasing shadow. But as far as, let me conclude by saying that Tinubu should understand that he told us that he has been preparing for this all of his life. It should actually be for the choice of better word, if he actually go ahead and fail this country, I don't think posterity will ever be fair to him. Okay.
All right, Chika, thank you very much for calling, and I'm letting you go because of time. All right, well, I want to take more of your thoughts and comments. In case you're just joining us, the program is Hard Facts, 99.3 Nigeria Info is the frequency. And we're broadcasting live from our audiovisual studios right here in the Timian Crescent, Victoria Island in Lagos. And if you're listening to us on our live mobile app or you're listening to us on our website, you can feel free to be part of the conversation. Chime in via Skype. We're Nigeria Info FM. Or better still, we're live on facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM or on YouTube, Nigeria Info 99.3. We'd like to hear from you. You can join the conversation also on our WhatsApp. Send us a message, okay? We'd like to hear from you because we encourage you to talk back to us, okay? And I'm going to roll out the big stories again for today. And, of course, ask you to join the conversation. But on WhatsApp, you can send a message to 0809 59 75805. That's 0809 59 75805. The big stories for today and the questions that come with them. Mixed reactions trail BBC's report on TB Joshua. And I'm asking you, what are your thoughts on that expose? There are claims of rape, torture, and of course, falsehood and fake miracles. What are your thoughts? And then what's next for Beta Edu on this 534 million naira scandal? She's being grilled by the EFCC, and Dume is saying that he applauds Mr. President, for fishing out or dealing with the cartel members who have replaced the cabal members. I'm wondering, is he referring to Beta Edu as a member of the cartel? And what cartel is this? Is it the Indian? Is it the Italian? Is it the what? Anyway, also in River State, of course, what's Fubara's fate? Being that some guy has surfaced on social media claiming that they wrote the results that made him emerge as governor, that indeed the Labour Party actually won that election. What's the fate of Fubara? And if it comes down to it, will that gentleman, be ready to face the music and say exactly what he said in that video? And finally, a professor, I had to push this one in. A professor, an American professor, was actually harassed by police officers after he had a terrible encounter with our Nigerian Immigration Service. He was robbed and then, of course, harassed by our Nigerian police. Here we go again, Lagos. We'd like to hear your thoughts and comments, but we're going to go on a quick break. When we come back from that break, the phone lines are open, Skype is ready, and you can drop a message on our live feed, both on Facebook and on YouTube. I'll be right back after this break.
Journalism, bridging the gap between people and those in authority. With Hard Facts, you are sure to get only the facts.
Tune in to Hard Facts with Marianne Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
Join Feta and Stretch on the airwaves. We are bringing you the happiest side of radio. Oh, yeah? With talk that is seriously funny, serious conversations, and those that are, well, not quite conversations. It's Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 noon, only on 99.3 Nigeria Info. So get ready, because it's time to find out what's up, Lagos!
The auditions for the Beta Edu Secondary School Debate Competition have been extended. Hurry now. Enter for the chance to compete with the best of the best debaters in Lagos, Abuja, and Rivers. To begin, visit www.nigeriainfo.fm. Click on the Beta Edu banner on the homepage. One topic from the list provided. Argue 2 minutes in favor and 2 minutes against the topic. Upload your 4 minutes audio recording in MP3 format. Complete the registration form and submit your entry. Ensure you give it your best shot. Auditions close on the 14th of January 2024. For sponsorship, call 070-3498-4352 or send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm. I beg to differ, Season 7.
Some customers want to buy and some people want to sell. Whether not the two you define, make you list your business. Hurry go, visibility day, ready to take over the world. Make you list your business. Buy good so, sell good so, fufu rental so, sharp sharp oh, oh yeah oh, visibility day, ready to take over the world. Make you list your business.
Visit www.wittyouneed.com today, because witty you need.
We get Lagos, are you ready to be heard?
Hello, good morning, the microphone heavyweight.
Oh my God, boom, boom, boom.
Hello, Kofi, good morning. I'm a first-time caller.
It's your voice that drives the conversation on the Morning Crossfire.
They are making people feel so disappointed about politics in Nigeria.
I want to really complain about the way everything is just skyrocketing, because I'm so traumatized. I don't know if the government can do something to subsidize fuel or just in a way to just help citizens.
It is not done, it is not good. I know my right. We want to hear from you.
Your opinions, your stories, your take on the hot topics shaping our city and nation.
Join Coffee Bartels for engaging debates, expert insights, and your voice at the heart of every discussion. Don't just listen, participate.
Tune in to the Morning Crossfire.
Weekdays from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Let's talk. In our food, life, our heritage, and stories. Join us as we explore the hidden gems of Nigerian street food, uncovering the stories and passion behind every dish on the brand new season of Nigeria's culinary reality TV show, Street Food Naija. Featuring notable Nigerian icons, veteran TV food show host Iyabo Lawani, singer Waje, cultural icon Jimmy Sholanke, celebrity chef Fregs, and a host of other culinary and cultural giants. Showing Saturdays and Sundays on AIT Network, Saturday 6 p.m., Sunday 9 p.m., TVC, Saturday and Sunday 8 p.m., Views Channel, Saturday and Sunday 7 p.m., Wazobia Max, Saturday 30 p.m. and Sunday 8 p.m. Host VJ Adams. Street Foods Naija is proudly brought to you by Food Bay TV, refreshed by Peak Yogurts, sponsored by FCMB, LG, Calypso, Devon Kings, Golden Penny, supported by HBS, Freezim Diagnostics, and Indulge Rentals.
On Borderlines, we go beyond boundaries.
You know, let's be honest here. This is an organization that sent nearly 3,000 terrorists into Israel, and on the most part, they were proud. They don't care if they die. All they care about is killing Israelis and killing Jews.
Why is it that the Palestinians cannot go by dialoguing with these people through other international bodies?
Straight talk, no holds barred.
That's what Hamas did, and Hamas say they didn't do it, but Hamas lied.
You contradict what America's report, you contradict Israel's report.
The Liberation Organization died. The children, they will rise up tomorrow and fight for liberty.
Biggest conversations from around the world. Borderlines with Iriti Bakari Yusuf. Fridays at 4 p.m. Let's talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk. Let's talk.
There's a reason why over 1 million people tune into Hard Facts every day. We discuss in-depth stories with sources behind the facts.
The Lagos State High Court has convicted, suspended the Chicago certificate stories never going away, is it? Show with stories for the day.
You hear diverse voices and opinions.
And she was meeting campaign with her husband, knowing that. You should not feel happy because there is nothing to happy about.
Yeah, it's quite pathetic the way the country is going.
We distinguish each story accurately with analysis.
It's Hard Facts with Marianne Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, still the big three. Hard Fact is the program, and we are the nation's number one talk news and sports radio station, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Well, the big stories again, and I'm asking your thoughts and comments on these stories. Join the conversation. We're live on Skype on Nigeria Info FM. So if you are indeed listening to us from outside of the country, then you might want to call us via Skype and be part of that conversation. So our Skype is live right now. So don't say, I've been trying to call people on Skype. It's not good. It's not true. Our Skype is live. It's live. Yes. So go ahead and call us. All right, let me start by reading messages coming in on WhatsApp. Lucky Lola here says, it done bust. Now I know the reason why this woman was jumping up and down during the presidential campaign of the APC. EFCC should keep her till they are satisfied. If she cannot represent the youth well, of what use is her freedom? We donate her to EFCC, guys. After all, she's a doctor. She can help in your facility. All right, well, that was a funny one. This one says, good afternoon, Marian. Where's Nigeria Air? Where is Stella Odua? Where are the Naira eating snakes and monkeys, monkey wielding dollars? It's endless. Chike from Akute. It really does make, it really does make us think that they really might be taking us for a fool. They might be taking us for a ride here. They might just really think that we're stupid. But then maybe we are. With due respect to everyone who's listening, maybe we are, because we maybe have chicken senses. And then when they bring a brand new story, we totally forget about the other one and it just keeps pushing them all to the back. And so they may be thinking that, oh yeah, let's just give them something to sensationalize for the next few weeks and then back to the, normal business. But maybe it's time for us to prove them wrong. How about that? This one says, actually, there's nothing wrong with that BBC interview, okay, or documentary. They are things known by those who care to know. The problem is that our people are too religiously obsessed and are blinded to listen to any criticism against their daddies and mommy geos. Olushoga Ajayi from Odonla, thank you. This one says, good afternoon, Miss Mariana. This country is just a huge joke and a country of comedy. This is Ikenna. Okay, Ikenna. This one says, good afternoon, Marianne. Welcome to today's show. So in Nigeria, we have a cabal and a cartel. Well, I just got to find out from Senator Ndume today. Well, she says, God, I beg, what sort of hydra-headed monster are we seeing in our politicians? Politics in Nigeria is so dirty. It stinks to high heavens. I earnestly pray that Beta Edu gets what she deserves and that the likes of her, if culpable, and her likes, if culpable, may God expose them and all nemesis be their lot in Jesus' name. Mrs. Oboli, you are really serious about this prayer. Michael from Lekki says, let them start from INEC chairman. They are just playing to the gallery. Who's deceiving who? He says, Michael, they're deceiving you. If you think there's any deceit in play, then it might be you they're deceiving. Because really, if everyone's saying, or most of you are singing this same song, that, oh, what happened to this person, that person? Well, what did you do when nothing happened to that person? I mean, Stella Odo found her way back into the Senate. She was a minister, then she became a senator, I think so. And she's enjoying herself wherever she is. And Professor Ponde, I ask every year, where is Professor Ponde? After he fainted, he did come alive again, did he? Or did he die? No. So where is he? I know, look, Fubara, people are fighting for Fubara today. Do you remember that the EFCC was sent to River State? Do you remember what happened to the EFCC at the airport? Yeah, we do have chicken senses. Safiano from Kano City says, good afternoon, Marianne. This Edu Gates is just a continuation from her predecessor. I hope all of them will get the punishment they deserve. Okay. This one says, stop mentioning TB Joshua in your scandal. So because one unknown person made baseless allegations, you tag it as scandal? Huh. Have you done any investigating to ascertain the authenticity of her claim? Anyone can claim anything, but you don't. But you must substantiate. I beg your pardon, the claim before you start to say, "Oh my God, whoever you are, sir, do not insult the sensibilities of people." Do you know what the BBC is? They do not just run and jump on any story. They must have investigated. And please, if you believe in TB Joshua, yeah, you can defend him without insulting the sensibilities of other people. Okay? You do not have a name. Austin Chidozie, please, don't be rude. Thank you. Someone here says, I'm ashamed of this regime. It's not a regime, it's an administration. We're not in a military regime. The most corrupt government in the history of Nigeria. Nothing will come out of this mess. What happened to the former humanitarian minister? She embezzled billions. NNPC is the most corrupt sector in Nigeria. So what are you going to do about it? This one says, good afternoon, Marianne. It's Dominic from Akute. I guess the difference in cabal is that cabal means people that have been destroying our dear nation, Nigeria, while cartel means we know the green Nigerians helping us arrange our Nigeria. I knew you were going to be funny. Okay. Well, we're still taking your thoughts and your comments. I want to go to our Facebook Live and read some messages that are coming in. Chukudi Jude here on Facebook Live says, for me, whoever involved in this scandal should face the law if there's any law for them to be because in this country the rich is always above the law. Sadly, Jude, I beg your pardon, you hold this opinion. All right, let's see. Don't forget, you can also post a comment on our YouTube Live. We're live YouTube, Nigeria Info 99.3. Would like to hear from you. Let me also tell you that you can send us a message on Twitter. Use the hashtag hard facts. That way I can know that message is for me. Okay, we're still looking at all that you're saying. Adio Larewaju here on X says, Nigeria's political terrains are full of fictions, highly unpredictable, unfashionable, unrecommendable, and lacks ideologies. Only those who cooked and still cooking politically for the new baby in politics can state categorically what's happening to my English today. Categorically what political fate is awaiting refined gentleman. Okay. Rere Nimi here says, well, for Tunji Ojo, if he's found guilty, let him face the wrath of the law, but I doubt it. Sim is going nowhere. Wike is a loser already, and he knows it. Beta Edu should go. TB Joshua, all this should have come forth when he was alive. Shola, thank you very much. This one says, my take on this issue is that the expose is coming rather late. I wish he was still alive to witness these allegations and face judgment if found guilty. Most of these pastors still perpetrate these sorts of evil unabated. The earlier we fish them out, the better. And every one of us, the better for each and every one of us. Okay, thank you, Mrs. Aboli, for your message. All right, we still want to hear from you. Keep them coming up. The Latif here on X says, Tunji Ojo should be questioned too. What is good for the goose is good for the gander. All right. Okon Buka here on X says, I just keep wondering why people didn't say anything at all when TB Joshua was alive. Now he's dead. What do we expect to be done? Well, the people who were unable to speak just spoke, and maybe they found their voices, and that's a little bit of freedom for them. If you have not been traumatized or been a victim of violence, any sort of violence, whether it be sexual or whatever, you probably are not in the best position to speak on that matter. But 13 minutes is on the clock, so I'm going to go back to the phone lines. I want to hear from you. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
Ambrose is calling from Imo.
Ambrose, you're in Imo. How is Imo?
Yes. Oh, okay, I'm okay.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Yes, I want to comment on the Edu matter. I think, just like some callers have said, I hope it's not because she's a woman or a weaker sex, because that money she transferred could be innocently, though she broke the constitution. I think that's the main thing. That money has not yet been diverted, as far as we know. It has not been diverted to anybody. So I have not seen any corruption there, but he has broken the law by transferring it to a private account. I think that's where the problem is. But we have so many people in this government, who are under investigation by the EFCC. We know the former governor of Zamfara State, who is being approved for diverting 70 billion, and some other ones, like the former governor of Kano State. I think nothing is being said about it. And I come to realize that the women have been suffering this kind of thing. Mad worker, of all of the people that did that during Jonathan time, it's a mad worker is still being tried. Tell Odua is still on the line. With the men, you find it hardly find the men, that are still being tried. Instead, they will all be enjoying their loot.
Okay.
So I don't know why. I don't know. It bothers me.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. I'm so sorry. Your time is spent, all right? You've got 60 seconds. So when you call, just know that. Have that in mind. Emmanuel is calling us from Ekpe. Hello, Emmanuel.
Yeah, good afternoon, Miriam.
Good afternoon. Go ahead, Emmanuel.
Let me quickly respond to our investor, Dumi. Who has been on.
Why would he do that? He's a senator.
Forever. So he's also one of the cabal.
What's wrong with that? There's no law against it, is there?
And I hope somebody is going to come to replace him. So because he has been there and we have not seen any past.
Is he representing you or your family members?
He's not representing.
How do you know that they have not seen anything in his constituency?
Borno State here is representing as been. So it's unfortunate that people should not be talking. As for Beta Edu, I listened to Kofi this morning, and then a lot of because he was the one who seems to be the whistleblower for that ministry. But he didn't do clean up. She didn't do a better cleanup, of the books. And a lot of our political office holders are guilty of this. The gentleman in Rivers, who bought funds for everybody, who donated 300 million in Lagos, going around donating money here and there. Yeah, those money is personal money. So if the books are checked, well checked about all these people, a lot of them are going to be paying. It's unfortunate that Beta Edu, is getting, falling on this kind of sword, but I won't condone this kind of thing, but the bush should be checked, all around. The ministers, the head of ministry departments.
Who's gonna check in your?
That is the issue, because she didn't do the better cleanup. So all this mess but we need to change this system. That is the fact. Thank you.
Okay, great, Emmanuel. Thank you very much for calling. Ifeanyi is calling us from Iba. Hello, Ifeanyi.
Hello.
Good afternoon, Ifeanyi. Go ahead, please. Oh dear. Can you call us back, please? I think your line is a bit is problematic. Do call us back. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon, Miriam.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
My name is Godwin, calling from Loshorolakwe.
Godwin, how you day?
Happy New Year once again.
Same to you, sir. Go ahead.
Thank you. Since the advent of APC under Buhari and the current president, we've had several drama in different episodes. And from education so far, despite the renewed hope happened to be the theme of the last campaign. Instead, renew hope. It is a hopeless hope for Nigerians based on the activity of both the appointee of the government and the electee of the government. And it's unfortunate. Where is that hope? Where is this APC government taking Nigeria to? Today you hear this different something that is forbidden for ear to hear, for every progressive-minded human being to hear and hope for. When other countries are making progress in various ways, this government under APC only building, destroying, fighting, dragging, all sorts of things.
Okay.
Where is the hope? They should remember that tomorrow is another day.
I'll remember that too. Thank you very much for calling, Robert. I'm going to go back to read some of your messages, but I want to play again that audio from River State because it looks like, again, I'm not trying to insult your sensibilities, but maybe it's true that we've got chicken senses. Maybe it's true that these guys are playing a quick one on us because we always are very quick to forget, but it's happening right now. Someone has gone on the record to say that, oh yeah, we wrote the election results now. It was Labour Party that won now. What are you saying? But they don't have to ginger. So we're supporting Sim. And this is the Sim that we're all just supporting recently because, we're thinking that, oh no, Governor Wike did the wrong thing. But he was a product of a wrong thing. Now the thing is, who's going to take it up? Are we going to push for it as we pushed for everything else? Who's going to make sure that claimant comes forward and stands his ground? Or that tape is used against him? Or should we be pushing for INEC to revisit that whole electoral process again? Is INEC capable of doing that in the first place? Are we even capable of pushing for that to happen, to upturn that result, being that these claims have been made? Plus all the drama that's happening in River State. Or are we just going to let it slide, just like the politicians are hoping that we would? Well, let's take a listen again to that audio from River State.
So now pay back time. Make a tell her nothing they happen. You don't fear anybody. If matters are there, will say we are not going to tell us. The election, I will write the result. You go Labour Party with all the rest. You don't get in there. You know we are.
Yes, so that's what he said. They wrote the results. He's saying it with his full chest. That's because he does have one. That they wrote that result. That the Labour Party obviously won that election, but they wrote the results because they don't get ginger. This is a country that we're saying we're pushing so-called democracy. This is a country where we really want things to work, but then people are bold-facedly telling us that they rigged the elections and then we're not going to do anything about it. How does that make you feel as a Nigerian? Especially when poverty is knocking at your door and someone promised that he was going to make the poor breathe, but then they're not breathing, are you? Are you breathing? Because you're suffocating. Fuel is at some point might sell for 900 plus naira. And you can barely afford a day's meal. You can barely afford to go from one place to the other. You can barely afford to pay your house rent. You can barely afford to put food on the table. Sometimes you go without and your kids have to eat. This is what's happening. And this is the same country where monies are flying left, right, and center. And all we see is a media trial and a parade and statements by the EFCC. But then, of course, a trail that might run cold, which we've seen happen over and over again. How does that really make you feel as a Nigerian? A joker? An idiot? Someone who has chicken senses? Or one who's been raped by governments that have come and gone? Let's talk. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Marian.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
Good
Where are you
afternoon.
calling from?
Yeah, I'm Ziggy by name.
Go ahead, Ziggy. You have 60 seconds.
I'm calling from Ajawa Estate.
Go ahead.
Right. On TB Joshua, dead man doesn't talk. Any matter you brought up against a dead man, that matter is dead on arrival also. Why? Because the other man is not there to reply. So that is my own verdict on it. On a River State, what do I think about this very audio? Is a slap on my face as a Nigerian. It's a very big slap on Nigeria that we claim we are practicing democracy, and you can see what is happening right now. I'm happy all of us are alive and everything is falling on our face and the truth is coming out. I used to tell people something. What is most stubborn thing in life is truth. No matter how you try to hide it, it must surely come out.
Okay.
And Nigeria are reaping the fruit of what we allow to happen.
All right, your 60 seconds is over, sir. I'm so sorry for cutting you off, but thank you very much for calling. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. You've got 60 seconds.
Hello.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good afternoon. My name is Ifeanyi. Am I speaking with Marian?
Yes, you have 60 seconds, Ifeanyi, and your time done the go.
All right, I do. I would like to comment on the TB Joshua issue.
Quickly.
First and foremost, I would like to thank the BBC for publicizing TB Joshua, even in death. For all the people that are making allegations, it's rather pathetic. You were invited to be a disciple. When you didn't want to be, you could have walked out. Unfortunately, people like to make this kind of allegation against dead people, and
you know that this allegation is false. How?
Is what? Sorry?
How do you know that these allegations are false?
I am not concluding they are false. They are allegations.
So why do you think that people just make these allegations? Why would I say that someone touched and raped me for fun?
Right now, I see them as allegations. Unfortunately,
yeah, but they are
cannot be replied.
allegations. So, sir, why are you dismissing them as nothing? Is it because you know that they're nothing, or that they're unfounded?
Because they lack relevance right now.
How do you know that they lack relevance, sir?
They lack relevance.
How do you know that they lack? How do you know?
Is not there to validate or.
I don't understand. What does that mean?
Invalid.
What does that mean?
The reason I know.
Okay,
Anyway,
thank you very much for calling. The reason why you can't tell me that this thing doesn't make sense because the person they're talking about is not here. Abacha loot resurfaced after he died, years and years after he died. Does that mean that money was not taken out of the shores of this country? Jeffrey Epstein allegedly hung himself in his prison room or prison whatever, in his tiny cell. But it didn't stop the fact that certain things he did came to light. So I don't understand it's okay for you to be a great follower of a person, but you also can't dismiss an experience that someone had because you don't know. You didn't live that experience. You have no idea what that person went through, but you'd rather just dismiss it because you love the person that they're talking about. And so whatever anyone says is wrong, is dismissible because it's this guy. I love this guy. He's incapable of doing anything wrong. And I'm not in any way saying he did it, but then what makes you so certain that it didn't also happen? You must give me a reason to say, I know one of the guys there, he's an actor and he's acted in so many documentaries to make people look bad and, cause the downfall of some guy. But if you don't have that fact, then you can't dismiss anything. I'm sorry. Yes, you can't. Anyway, I'm going to move on to some messages quickly because I have just 10 seconds. This one says, corruption in Nigeria has been institutionalized by politicians. The practitioners that are caught and those that caught them are in the same club. Nigeria is fast becoming a perverse country. You didn't give us your name. We have to go on a break. When we come back, I'll be wrapping up on the big three. You might be going to Plateau State after this.
More talk, news and sports after this.
The auditions for the Beta Edu Secondary School Debate Competition have been extended. Hurry now. Enter for the chance to compete with the best of the best debaters in Lagos, Abuja, and Rivers. To begin, visit www.nigeriainfo.fm. Click on the Beta Edu banner on the homepage. Pick one topic from the list provided. Argue 2 minutes in favor and 2 minutes against the topic. Upload your 4-minute audio recording in MP3 format. Complete the registration form and submit your entry. Ensure you give it your best shot. Auditions close on the 14th of January 2024. For sponsorship, call 070-3498-4352 or send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm. I beg to differ. Season 7.
In our food lies our heritage and story. Join us as we explore the hidden gems of Nigerian street food, uncovering the stories and passion behind every dish on the brand new season of Nigeria's culinary reality TV show, Street Food Nigeria. Featuring notable Nigerian icons, veteran TV food show host Iyabo Lawani, singer Waje, cultural icon Jimmy Sholanke, celebrity chef Fregs, and a host of other culinary and cultural giants. Showing Saturdays and Sundays on AIT Network, Saturday 6 p.m., Sunday 9 p.m., TVC, Saturday and Sunday 8 p.m., Views Channel, Saturday and Sunday 7 p.m., Wazobia Max, Saturday 30 p.m. and Sunday 8 p.m. Host VJ Adams. Street Foods Nigeria is proudly brought to you by Food Bay TV.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.